Hey guys, my name is Felix Adjei. Welcome to Talk Your Exposure Podcast, Toben edition.
Like I just said, you will hear the meeting is being recorded. But Devo, man, today is not such a sunny day outside today. But although it's not sunny outside, we got sun inside the podcast because we got some legends. You know, obviously, before we introduce him, I already said that you're a legend in its own way. And you actually just come up with a championship win, if I'm not mistaken, at the first ever All the Smoke tournament. What's poppin' with that, Devontae? What's up?
That's how you're starting off the show, huh?
That's how I started off the show with All the Smoke.
Hey, you know what? It was a great weekend. You know, shout out to Sai, shout out to you. You know, we did what we had to do, and the summer is here. So there's going to be a lot more competition, a lot more guys going up and down. It's been a long while now, so it's going to be an interesting summer. I'll leave it at that.
And it'll be interesting because you guys actually beat Toben in the finals, but this is the Toben Podcast, and it's kind of ironic that you beat Toben in the finals, even though they didn't have this player that we're about to introduce and welcome to the show. We have a Seneca legend in the building. We have a basketball legend in the building, former pro basketball player, a Toben legend in the building, Felix Adjei. What's poppin', my guy?
You guys are boosting me too much, man. Making me seem like I'm a guy. What is this? I'm just a regular dude doing regular things, you know? What's up, guys? What's up?
Hey, we appreciate you coming to the show, but you're not just a regular guy, man, because you are a legend in its own right, and well-deserved, if not mistaken, because you have had so much accolades and so much we're going to talk about today. It's going to be a lot of fun to talk about your basketball career. But Felix, I want to ask you from the jump, though. How has 2020/2021 helped you as a businessman and a person?
2021 to 2021, crazy year, you know, crazy. Personally, I've done a lot of growth. You know, I've spent a lot of time doing self-reflection, thinking about what I really want to gain in my life, you know. Business-wise, we've had to adapt. Everything has been online. It's been tough for the kids, but we've been making do. So for overall, I want to say it's been better more than worse, if that makes sense.
Oh, it makes
How's it been
perfect
for you guys? Pretty solid?
It's solid for us. You know, we've been able to you know progress with Talk Your Exposure and the Toben Series podcast. And for Devontae and himself, Devontae, what have you been got going on? Since we asked you. We've actually never had a guest answer that question.
Well, we appreciate it, but same like you. You know, it's been a little progression or a little diverse with the kids as well. But you know, we're making do right now, and you know, for every basketball trainer, every basketball coach of, you know, stage one coming through now, there's about to be a lot of progression here as of lately, not only for ourselves but for the kids' development. So I love it.
Yeah, for sure. I see you got a new position somewhere with Inspire.
Yeah, yes, I did. So it's gonna be.
Oh, yes, sir.
I appreciate that, and it's gonna be a really interesting fall.
There
you go. Hey, but Felix, we want to ask you as well, you know, you've obviously been busy and on the go with your business, which we'll get into later on, but is there anyone that you'd like to thank for encouraging and pushing you to continue to start your business and to continue growing as a human being?
You know, you can't really do anything without a team. I got a really, really strong team. It's only three of us. It's my boy Kwame, you guys may know him, and my friend Ruth. That's my team. You know, we do everything. They help me with ideas. They page me when I need paging. You know, they're my strong team. So I want to give out shout outs to those two people.
For sure. Shout out Kwame. Shout out what's your name again? Ruth. Shout out Kwame. Shout out Ruth. You work with kids. You know, what are some of the struggles that you've heard that kids are having during this pandemic?
Online is a drag.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to go back to school this year just to, you know, freshen up, add to my resumes and stuff. But the fact that I had to do online every day, that's what turned me off. Yeah. The fact that these kids have to do that every day, I feel it for them.
Yeah.
You know, the social interaction you're missing, you're not going to see your friends. And especially for kids with their development, you need those types of things. And this whole year, about a year and a half, they haven't had it. So I'm really excited to go back outside and see the kids and get that stuff going. But damn, it's been rough. You know, it's been rough for the parents, it's been rough for the kids, it's been rough for the teachers, it's been rough for coaches. And like I've been hearing a lot of kids are out of shape. There's not much they can do. You know, you're doing gym class online. It's not as fun. You're not motivated. Nobody's really pushing you. You know, your friends aren't there. So like it's been a whole cycle of things that have kind of like been detrimental to the kids. So I feel it for them, but we're back. We're back.
We're hopefully I'm praying every single day for that, man. But I gotta ask you though, you know, you touched up in a second ago saying that it's tough for kids, but to grade 12s in particular that are having issues choosing universities as college courses and not be able to play games and send film, what's some advice that you would give to them to keep pushing and keep going?
You know, it's one of those things that separates ballers from ballers, right? It's that self-motivation you gotta have for yourself. You gotta stay in the gym consistently. And like with stuff going on, it's tight. There's only so much you can do. You always have to be working on your game. When you look across the border, those dogs are always working, right? We always have to kind of put ourselves on that level and kind of raise our game and raise our understanding of the game. When I was younger, honestly, I didn't have that type of drive that these kids have now, right? We didn't have these opportunities to get trainers and bam, 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 and do all these things, you know, but these kids have these resources. There's tons of trainers. Use them. You know what I mean? Work on your bag, work on your conditioning, work on your game, work on your strength training. There's so many aspects of the game that I feel are left out of a complete player. But if you kind of tap into these things now, as a person going into college and post-secondary, it's going to make your career that much easier.
That's facts. That's complete facts. And I'm glad you touched up on trainers because you actually just started a training company called D3P. What does it stand for? And give us your why.
You know, initially, D3P stood for Durham 3-point basketball. Initially, we were based out of Durham, and it was just a basketball kind of training company. We did programs starting from as little as 2 years old, all the way to college guys and adult guys. As the business progressed, I seen that there was need for other aspects. So then we added a fitness program and we helped the kids with fitness, and it was kind of a nice play because then we would help the parents as well. So it was kind of both sides we were dealing with. That went on for a couple of months. As that went on, I added a tutoring aspect. I felt that the kids were lacking, especially with their education when the COVID hit. And I felt like they needed extra help. You know, it's tedious to be online all the time. So we offered one-on-ones, we offered in-house. All our coaches and staff are vaccinated, so it wasn't too much of an issue. And that's how we continued. Lastly, this month, we added an all abilities program. Steven, you know what I do professionally, work with special needs. So we offered a free special needs fitness program, which I'm super, super duper extra excited about. You know, it's free. We're gonna get those guys moving. You know, I'm super excited. Our staff is pumped. We've hired some staff again for our summer programming. That's about to start up in July. So I'm just excited.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. I want to ask you though, can you share a moment that you had during a camp, clinic, or training session that you'll never forget while working with D3P? One moment.
You know, as a coach, you're always supposed to like be on your game. You can't make mistakes. If you're doing the drill, you have to pray you make that shot. You know, if you're playing defense, you got to make sure. There was one time I was teaching these kids a defensive drill, you know, and I want to teach intensity and I want to teach getting low. So
hold on.
Let's demonstrate.
Hold on, Felix. You were teaching a defensive drill. You?
Hey, listen up. It's a well-rounded game out here on this side, right?
I like it.
So we were doing all that, and just regular zigzags. I told the kid just to do zigzags. I don't know. Maybe the kid had an issue with me. Maybe I yelled at him too loudly that day. He hit me with a double crossover for my ankle just to go. Parents were there. The kids were laughing.
Wow.
It is what it is. You know, we catch our L's, but I love my kids.
I hear that.
So I feel like that's very interesting. You know, I haven't had that yet with my kids. Knock on some wood. But,
you're going to catch it soon. Old age catches you, man.
You know what? And I don't mind it as long as, you know, they're getting a little bit older now. You know, the crossovers are becoming a little bit more distinct and polished. I don't mind that. But let's switch over here. You know, let's play a game that we usually play at the beginning of the show called Overrated, Underrated. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you certain categories, strictly food. We're going to switch it up here, and you're going to tell me if it's overrated or underrated. So first one, tacos.
Underrated.
Underrated? Okay. Corn on the cob.
Underrated.
Plain bagels.
Overrated.
Overrated. I'm interested to hear this one. Red velvet.
Overrated. Come on.
Thank you.
Like, what is it? Chocolate? It's still, isn't it chocolate?
It's still chocolate. I just don't like. It's not.
It's just red chocolate, right?
Yeah, it's not what people hype it up to be. Right. Chili.
Overrated.
Overrated? Okay, last one, because a lot of basketball players are inheriting this in their, I don't want to say their diet, but during games. Skittles.
Underrated. Come on, man. You guys know about the Skittles? I'm going to tell you guys.
So you would, during a game, you know.
Oh, no. Not during the game, but you guys know about the Skittles. Come on.
Okay, fair enough, because I see that being implemented into a lot of kids, you know, they're
the little
up or
the little quick.
Like, I don't understand it, but hey, that might be a new thing for the kids.
I don't know. This new age is different.
So, you know, this being a Toben series podcast, what does Toben basketball mean to you?
Toben basketball. That's a loaded question, man.
Yes, it is.
It's a super loaded question, but for lack of better term, I'm just gonna say family. Like, Toben is family. I feel like I've met like 100 guys because I played for Toben. Guys I normally wouldn't meet or play with or have interactions with or experiences with. You know, that's what you remember the most. The trips, the championships, the games, the funny stuff is what you remember the most. And it's always gonna be family. Whenever I see a Toben man, it's like, hey, it's always love. You know, a super guy. You know, I'm Christian by faith, and I believe strongly in destiny helpers and changers. You know, and for me personally, Toben and Tony especially, destiny changer. That guy came in my life at a point where I didn't really want to hoop anymore. You know, I was just hooping just to hoop. And then you hop on Toben and you're playing for something. You know what I mean? There's excitement around it.
Yeah.
You guys are the best. You know, we're doing that. And that's what it means to me. I intertwine those two.
No, thank you for sharing that. You know, everybody's situation is different, but how do you and Coach Tony meet?
How did me and Coach Tony meet? How did this even happen? I seen Jamil at a tourney, and we're just talking ball. You know, I seen Jamil. Jamil went to Centennial. I went to Seneca, so we had a couple battles. You know, so that's my guy. I seen him a couple times, and he said he was playing for some men's league team, some Toben team. But I had already agreed to play for another team in the league. I don't even remember their names. Did all that, you know, agreed to play with them, and then Tony came in my DMs, and the rest.
Seems like Jamil's a little, you know, catalyst over here.
He's a little scout, you know. He's a little scout out here. I'm not gonna lie. If anything, Jamil, Nabil, they're the founding members of, like, I want to say, the shift. You know, there was
So
like
what it is now.
there was a little shift in Toben where they were, you know, good, and then they're just a super team.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And those guys were the founding members. I just hopped on just to add some spice, you know, some flavor. But those guys are the hoopers.
Shout out to Jamil and Nabil. Now, I hate to bring it up, but, you know, Gilbert won the first and only one-on-one Toben tournament. But if it happened again, would you be coming for heads? Let's just put that there on the platform.
You know, like all these things that you guys be doing, I'm never invited, eh? And I know why. I'm not knocking it. You know, this tournament you guys are talking about, you beat Toben in the finals. What Toben you talking about? Come on now, you know, like I'm just a humble guy doing regular
talk
things.
Your talk, bro. Talk your talk.
A regular guy doing regular things in the world. You know, I'm just trying to make the world a better place. Now, but to answer your question, yo, I didn't play, so you know.
That's fair. That's fair. Now, this one should be interesting. You know, can you recall your best Toben highlight?
I don't know, man. I've had many. There's some put-ons, there's some crosses. What do you want, man? My Toben highlight package is like. Woo.
Give me one for the audience. Give me one for the audience.
I don't know. Back in the early Toben days, I was flying though, like super flying. I don't have those legs anymore, but we used to do like some inbound plays. And like, you know, those defenders that don't really know ball, they just be standing there like, come on.
Yeah.
You know, we had a couple of those ones. I had a couple put-ons. I think Reynolds gave me a nice behind-the-back pass one time. And I just came with you know, one of those ones. So, you know.
Okay.
We got some highlights there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Devontae. That I was there for that. I remember it too.
You're in attendance.
I was on his team. We were on the same team. Reynolds gave it behind the back. I don't even think he meant to give it behind the back, to be honest with you.
But I'm saying it was messed
up. But the way it was, he gave it behind the back pass. Felix went 1-2, jumped off 2, one hand. The help side guy came, boom.
Damn.
Bro, and Felix just held on to the rim and looked at the guy. I'm like,
you know those hands? that Giannis hang.
He was jumping. Okay.
Yo, he was
jumping. I was jumping those days.
Okay, so let me bring it back real quick from what you said from before. Now, you plus 4 other Toben members are headed to the second ever Who Wants Smoke tournament ran by Pink City. Who are you taking? And briefly tell us why.
I'm picking any 4?
You're picking any 4.
Woo!
Any 4 Toben members.
Wow.
Because you play with some players that I didn't play with, or will probably never play with. So
okay, but wait. We gotta define this question. What is a Toben member? A man that just has played with Toben, or
a man that you played with on Toben, or that you know is on Toben. So, like, for instance, I mean, obviously for this, I mean, Devontae Williams could be part of it. You know what I'm saying? Oliver Prince could be part of it. Josh Collins, Dingill, like whoever you want, whoever you played with on Toben.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna hold the 3. You know, because I just don't want to dribble too much. You know, you guys know what I do. I don't want to do too much. So for my 1, I'm gonna put Mr. Collins.
Can't go wrong.
Because that guy, he's a problem.
Oh.
He's a problem. For my 2, you know, I'm stuck. I haven't played with Din ever. I don't know why, but I know he's a killer. But I played with Gilly too, and Gilly's a killer. So
got some decisions to make.
We got decisions. I don't know. We're just gonna go with a Vaughn backcourt and just go with Din and Collins. You know, I'm in the Vaughn right now. I live in Richmond Hill, so I'm representing. Woo woo woo.
Okay.
Woo 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 woo. You know, so I'm gonna go with the Vaughn backcourt. I'll take the 3. For my 4, we gotta go Siakam.
Interesting. So who's the 5?
We give that guy the ball and we go away, you know? You know those ones? Like you just leave, like it's a bucket. For my 5, you can't sleep on my boy T.
Tyler.
Cannot
sleep on my boy T. 3-time defensive player, bro. Come on, talk to that guy nicely, guys. Talk to that guy nicely.
I like that 5. I like that 5 a lot. I like that 5.
We're solid out here. Toben has too many mans, man. It's just too deep. It's too deep.
I'm gonna say something real quick, Felix. Because next time, you know, that Toben's gonna go to that Who Are the Smoke tournament, you better make sure you have that 5 because from what I heard, there was some banter saying Toben's falling off a little bit.
Wow, but yo, when's the last time mans have played? You know, this is a different Toben. I don't know. This Toben I haven't seen before. I just gotta come back and just touch the court a little bit. I don't know. I don't like the talking. I feel like Mr. Campbell be talking a lot. That's what I feel like. I don't know. That's what I feel like. I don't know.
Hey, I was put into a predicament where I had to play basketball. I'm gonna leave it at that. And you know, every other tournament I'll be with Toben. There's a tournament that, you know, I was put on another team, and you're just competing at the end of the day. And, you know, it's been a long while since we've been able to do so. So it's just good to have everybody out there. Yes, sure. They took the L, but I know they'll be back.
What was the end score?
We won about 5+. We'll say that. 5+. Because it's up to 21 10-minute halves. So it's not one of those games where you can really, like, it can escalate too much.
But, you know, before we speak about your college career, I want to ask you though, do you have any opportunities to go to the States?
I did. I went on a couple visits when I was in high school, but I wasn't about that ball life. I really wasn't. I just played. You live in the hood, you play. I remember in high school I played a game against Chat. You know Chat.
Yeah, I went to Chat. Yeah.
Why were you guys so nice? Chat was a problem. Anyways, we had I think an officer qualifier at Chat, and one of these CIA bounce guys came and offered me a spot on their squad. I went to like 2 practices and I didn't go back. I was not about it.
Yeah. And
that team was stacked. I think it was like the older guys like Kamish Edwards. That was Brampton. Markel. Melvin was on he played up too. So Melvin was on our team. Solid guys, but I just wasn't about ball like that. I just, you know, like you just play.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I remember my question now. I want to ask you, now that you live in New York region, you live in Richmond Hill, you live in Vaughan, Devontae and I talked to Exposure. We're gonna put together a little tournament by the end of the year called Battle of the Regions. This is the first time it's been exposed and first time being talked about. We want to ask you though, you played basketball for the East Side, but you're really a West Side guy. But now, right now, you're currently living on I guess you could say the North Side.
I'm everywhere. I'm global. I'm global.
First question I want to ask you is, if there was a battle of the regions where you got Scarborough, you got Toronto, you got Vaughan, you got Rexdale, you got whatever, Brampton, you got Mississauga, you got whatever it might be, what team are you picking to rock with? But if you were not playing, which team would win?
You guys come with the heavy hitters, man.
Hey, you gotta watch. You gotta watch this one right here. You gotta watch.
Yo, I can't plead the fifth.
Nope.
Because this one, if you answer incorrectly, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. Damn. Which side has the most leaguers?
I guess it would be the Mississauga Brampton side.
By default.
We got to go with them then.
So that's who you're rocking with?
That's who I'm rocking with.
Right,
you already know it's always gonna be a Rexdale thing for me. You know, you guys don't want to smoke on that side.
You know what? when we get that team locked in, we're gonna make sure we have you.
You guys don't want that smoke on that side. The Rexdale's too much for you guys. too much for you guys.
Let's continue now to your college career. We're definitely gonna take out this snippet. I'm gonna send that to you, Devontae. You know what to do with it. But I wanna ask you though, Felix. You know, obviously you headed over to Seneca for your collegiate career. Why did you choose Seneca?
It's gonna be a dumb answer, but again, like I'm telling you guys, I didn't really hoop. So, what had happened? I went to go visit my mom. She used to live in Ghana. I went to go visit her for the summer. And I didn't pick a school yet. So I came back like undecided. So my high school coach was assistant coach at Seneca. So when I came back, he's like, where are you going to school? I'm like, probably Humber. I live at Humberline, you know, might as well go to Humber. And he's like, just come out and see what happens. So I went, did the tryout thing. The rest is history.
You obviously had a pretty good career while you were at Seneca. You scored over 1,000 points, and if I'm not mistaken, you broke the record of Seneca for scoring. What do those records mean to you?
Man, nobody's touching those records, man.
Oh,
that's number one. But what do they mean to me, man? It's amazing. My time at Seneca molded me. I went in as a little boy. I left as a man. Played all 5 years there. 5 different teams, complete different teams, different players. I played with some dogs. Never managed to win a national championship or even an Ontario one, but the next team did. So hey, I'm rocking with them, you know. But yeah, Seneca was a crazy time. I loved it. So
let me ask you this: would you say that you're the DeMar DeRozan to Seneca? You leave, they win a championship.
100%.
No diss, but
no, it's not even a diss thing, you know.
You started the trend.
I left. They blew up the team, blew up the coaching staff, and got everybody. We got Coach McNeely came with homeboy in Nova Scotia now came. Jesus, it's gonna bother me.
Remy,
I'm gonna figure this out. But yeah, they had a next coach, and their culture was just different. Like I would go in and coach extramurals, and the stuff they'd be doing, it was like no divvying. They had a system, and I think they were like 5-6 coaches deep. Each coach had a job to deal with the team, you know. So it was very easy for the players to use those types of resources. So I loved what they had, and they had good players, man. Khalil was good, Yusuf was good. They had good role players. That's a dangerous 1-2 punch, if you ask me.
Shout out Nabil as well. Shout out Nabil is on that championship team too.
Oh, my bad. That's my guy, Nabil. Ultimate. Like I feel like that guy is like he can fit on any team, team.
That's true.
Any type of ball, any style. He's just good.
That's fair. That's completely fair. Another accomplishment that I want to talk to you about, you know, obviously in 2013, you were the OCAA Player of the Year as well as also the scoring champion. Talk to us about that.
That season we got a new coach. We went from Wayne Dawkins to Bill Crowdis. That team was pretty good, man. We had Vadim, we had Boyce, you know, Jamal Boyce, we had Carmar Morgan, we had Kinsley, we had dogs, we had RJ, we had
Curtis was there too, no?
Curtis was there too. Like crazy deep. We were deep. But it just never worked, man. It just never worked. I was the number one option, and we had Vadim as a knockdown. You guys know Vadim. Knockdown. Any shot that guy took was wet. Like that was his role. Coach all told him, wherever you catch the ball, shoot it. How do you tell a man that? You know what kind of green light that is? Ultimate green light. So that guy was super wet. Shout out to him. But that year was super, super good. I think we went 17-3. That year, first in the East. Beat Humber that year. Yeah, so that was apparently a big thing. Humber was, oh man, you guys don't even know, because coming from the West, it's like kind of personal, you know. I live right there, and you didn't know how Humber guys are. It was a home game. We hosted the OCs, and they were just coming on the grungy, knocking garbages, kicking doors, doing the whole nine. You know how Humber goes. Mm-hmm. You know, and we just put it to them and slapped them. Just slapped them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, as you touched on a little bit ago, you never won a national championship, as well as also a division championship as well. But you did get inducted to the Seneca Hall of Fame. What does it feel like? What does it feel like to go back to the gym and be able to see your jersey, your last name, and your jersey hung up on the wall? I actually saw you take a picture with the trophy at Pink City a few years ago with that as well. So that was kind of cool too.
A Pink City trophy because we won the championship.
Right? And then behind it, you had your name in the jersey. That was pretty cool.
I was playing with Toben that time, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. And we won a championship? I'm just trying to, when you tie those things together, it makes more sense, you know? How you tie those things, you know? I'm just putting it out there.
I like it.
That jersey stuff is cap. Somebody can still wear my jersey. Like the number itself. Because you already know how OCAA works. They only have a set number you can use, like 1 to 15, and then so on and so forth. So you have to be able to use the numbers. So it's not really retired, but it is. Does that make sense?
Oh, it does.
But damn, man, it's crazy. It's always gonna be there. You walk into that gym, no matter if you don't know me, if you know me, it's there. It's crazy. I had one of my parents of the kids that I train go take a COVID shot, and they were doing COVID shots at Seneca, and she took a picture, and I'm just like, hey, you know what you're standing under? And she's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, you know, that's me. You know, like you feel some fulfillment. You know, it was a good career. I spent some good time there. Staff was good. Coaching staff was good. Players were dope. It was a good time. So I'm happy that I got it commemorated with the jersey retired.
And this is my last question for you. It's kind of related to what you just talked about. Then I'm off your back and on to Devontae. But I want to, you know, you represent Seneca on everywhere you go. Like you always wear the gear, you always wear a hat, you'll wear the jacket, you wear whatever it was, and you talk about Seneca as you know as should be, because that's where you start your career and finish your career. What was it about the basketball program, the school, the employees, everyone that was there that made you felt so happy and committed?
You know, like it's kind of touches with the same thing about the Toben thing I touched on about the family. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's that's what you feel when you go there. They deal with you like your family. You know, my teachers dealt with me. They were understanding. They knew our schedules. Coaches were good. You know, the culture at Seneca is really solid, right? And that's what made it more enjoyable. Did I have chances to leave? 110%. You know, if you play well, like everybody else wants you to play for them, right? But I was so comfortable and like respected at Seneca that it made what I was doing there easier. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, you gotta rep them. You know, my own business colors are Seneca colors. You know what I mean? Nobody even bags it, but like you always have to represent where you came from. And it's like, it's crazy because if you flip to the border, if you play for Duke, you rep it Duke for the rest of your life. If you play for UNC, you're playing it for the rest of you're repping it for the rest of your life. But when it comes to us, I don't know. We be doing you know, I went there. Nah, man, rep your stuff. What do you mean? Stand for something.
Sorry, Felix, but
don't you start, Steven. Don't you start. Don't you let the man speak. Let the man speak.
You knew exactly what I was gonna ask you too, didn't you?
Don't you start.
Go ahead, Felix. My fault.
Yeah, we good. But yeah, you know, so that's why I respected Seneca the way I did.
And I like that, man. I'm always wearing my purple and gold every other day.
Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure. That's what you told me to stop. Don't do that.
What you mean? Oh, There's a difference, though. I went there. I'm allowed to talk about that. I'm allowed to talk about not no damn Blue Devil. Anyways,
That's what I was going to ask you. What I was going to ask you about was, do you represent Albany? The same, that you rock
you
Albany.
weren't gonna ask that.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you.
That's what we're
We're
asking.
gonna ask that. But we weren't gonna ask
Do
that. Anyways,
you rep them?
Sorry, say that again.
Do you rep them?
All the time. There's beer shirts in that closet back there. Anyways, after Seneca, you continue playing your career at Sweden. Talk to us a little bit about that experience.
So Sweden was crazy. Again, I had the same coach. My assistant coach from high school got a job out in Sweden. So he went out there and he's been was coaching there for almost 8 years. So I was still playing for Toben, kind of doing the Toben stuff. And I just said, let me try, let's see. Again, as we spoke on before, I don't really play like that. I enjoy it. I'm good at it, but it's not really that for me. I went and it was an experience. The team was a Division II team, Eskilstuna Basket. Shout out to those guys. A great bunch of guys. I went there a quarter into the season. And we had 4 games to advance to Division I. And I think we had to win 2. So I came in like ready time, like we gotta win. And guess what we did? Went 1 for 3, man. 1 for 3. And it was like coming from always having the ball in my hands and doing ha to going to almost rules we had. If you dribbled more than 3 times, you have to give up that rock. And they had certain principles they had. So it took, I want to say, about 10 games for me to adapt to the style they actually played. Mm-hmm. Right. And this is why when people always ask me about the game, I think I'm better now, like game wise, than I ever was back then. Only because I understand it more. Like I was forced to do things I normally don't do. Right. So I'm in love with mid-range now, like even more. I loved it before, but now because of the European game and how I had to use it to my advantage, I use it that much more. I don't have the ball in my hands as much. I don't need it as much to make moves. But prior to that, it was, you guys know, that's what we're used to. That's what we're taught. Just eat. Right. But then just understanding the simple nuances of the game, different coverages I didn't understand. Right. Like it was a humbling experience while I was there. Luckily, while I was there, I also worked as a behavior specialist at an English speaking school. So I was doing both at the same time, doing the school in the morning, in the daytime, dealing with that, and then running to practice, like next town over, taking the train. It was hectic. It was hectic. But I loved it.
And elaborate a little bit about your living situation. I know that's a whole skill over there overseas.
So going into it, you think that you're gonna live that life that you see on TV, like that. I got my own apartment. I got this. I got a car. It depends where you go to get those things, right? We were a D2 team. So the first time I got there, I lived with the coach first 2 months until I was able to get my own place and do my own thing and so on and so forth. Living situation was good. I lived in Stockholm, which is not in Eskilstuna, so I lived in the city and had to travel to the town. So let's say it was like from Toronto to Peterborough almost, lack of better term, in terms of distance. So I was making that trip every day for ball, and then
Sorry, guys, my computer I don't know if it took me out, Steven. I don't know what it looked like on your guys' side. But we're going to continue with that. Sorry about that. With all that being said, Felix, would you go back?
Initially, no. Now, yes. Only because I'm that much better.
No, I can understand that.
You know what I mean? I may not be as physically gifted as I was before, but in terms of the game, I'm that much better.
Okay. Now, give me your best and worst overseas moment.
Best overseas moment. Best and worst. I want to say my worst was my second game there. My second game. I think I went like 4 for like 15. It was awful. And like I felt like I let the team down because it's like they were looking for me to do something. Hey, new guy, like, yo, we're down type. And I was just like, not there. Different coverage, different game. You know, that was my worst game. But I believe like 5 games after that, I had like 27 points, 11 for 15 shooting, really good game, couple threes, couple dunks. It was against a really good team. Luckily we won, but it was a Division 2 team because we stayed in that division after those 3 losses.
Okay. I want to give you some quick hitters here before we get to our final game. But Felix, I want to ask you though, who do you replicate your game after?
You said it, man. DeRozan's my guy. Like, that mid-range package is elite. I don't think that guy gets as much love as he should be getting because, damn, there's a lot of dogs in the league. I understand, but that guy's a dog too. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's like it's not a lot of guys in the league that has a package that he has. You know, when he gets in that mid-range, Come on. Who has better? Who?
At the time, Kobe. But
you know what I mean? That's what we gotta replicate to that. Kobe. Who else?
I mean, the game's changed, so you're right.
He's definitely in the wrong era. That's
what I think. He's in the wrong era, but hey, we gotta do it. We gotta rock with it.
I think Toronto should try to get him back. But
I'm about to say the same thing. It's gonna be interesting to see what Masai does this offseason. Did you try to get him back or not?
I would humbly and gracefully take that guy back.
If you had to make a movie on yourself, who would star as you?
I had to make a movie about myself, who would star? We need somebody with bunnies. Somebody with swag and some spice. Damn, this is a good one, guys. What kind of answers have you been getting?
I can't tell you that because that might persuade your answer. We gotta hear who you want.
That's true.
I see you try to do that though.
He's like that, you know. I'm a busy guy, but I don't even know. Wakanda forever, though, you know.
Is that who you're rocking with?
You gotta rock with that, man.
Okay. That's actually who I was gonna say for you, anyways. But
you know what I mean? We're on the same frequency, my guy.
I was actually thinking about that for you. That's a good choice. If you had an opportunity to meet anyone in the world, dead or alive, who'd you want to meet?
See this?
Kobe Bryant?
No.
Who's that?
Come on now, Steven.
I can't see it. Is that LeBron?
Oh. Come on now, Steven.
Oh, God. Is that LeBron James? Oh, my God.
Come on now, Steven.
This meeting is now ended. Oh, God. That's who
you thought that was Kobe the whole time?
I thought that was Kobe the whole time. I didn't see.
I was going to address it. But...
Yo, I may finish the rest of the interview just like this, fam, because what? Come on, guys. Come on,
anyway.
Guys. The greatest of all time.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
Wrong in my books, eh? No wrong.
Steven, that's not even a hot take anymore.
That's a hot take.
People
because
say that.
No, I was having this debate with one of my boys the other day, right? And he said about he was making his his points about the GOAT conversation. And I said the fact that there is a conversation says that there are two GOATs. There can't be a conversation if both of you aren't GOATs. How?
What are we talking about here?
How?
So who's the other GOAT?
More than the other, but they're both GOATs.
So who's the other one?
Jordan, come on now.
So you don't have Kobe in there?
I do not.
Okay.
Kobe's in my top 5, but he's not in that 2.
Okay. Well, I do want to ask this one last question before we play our game. If you had a dinner party and you had 5 empty seats, dead or alive, who are you bringing to the party?
Jesus.
That's the first one, actually.
It's our first one, surprisingly. Amen.
What's wrong with you guys? You guys don't want to see Jesus?
But that's not, we don't get to decide that.
We don't get to decide that.
Okay. Jesus. Nelson Mandela.
First 2.
I think we had Nelson Mandela before.
I think, yeah, Eggy said that, actually.
Yeah.
The dead president of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah.
That's definitely a first.
Gave them their independence.
Remember, dead or alive.
I hear you. Michael Jackson.
Okay.
You've been here back.
And we're just gonna go with Bron just because he has to be there.
That's actually a very but a good.
I wonder how that conversation would go.
That would be very.
It's lit.
You have 2 icons in Jesus Christ. Well, Jesus Christ is your God. You have God, and you have Nelson Mandela, who's another icon in your community. Then you have the president of Ghana, who also was in their own rightful mind an icon. Then you have LeBron, who's just LeBron, whatever. Then you have then you have Michael Jackson, who, in my mind, in my opinion, is the GOAT of R&B. So
and he's not R&B though.
R&B, hip hop.
He's pop.
Listen, without Michael Jackson, no Chris Brown, there's no Usher, there's nobody of that sort. So
genre, Steven.
You're 100% correct.
We can't have this conversation. You're canceled.
Different genre.
Okay, fine. You're right. It's only pop, but I'm just saying that if without Michael Jackson, there is no creating anything else.
100%.
That's all I was trying to say. I'm not discrediting what he actually does.
Sorry, man.
Shut up, Felix. But anyways, Devontae, take us away, man.
All right, Felix, to conclude this show, we love to play a game called In a Perfect World. I'm going to put you through a scenario. You're going to fill in the blanks, and we're going to go from there. Don't mind me and Steven on our phones. We love to put money on this end of the show, and don't feel obligated to answer any type of way. Give us your honest opinion, okay? So, you are in high school. You've done your 4 years. You've done what you had to do in high school. You are a 5-star recruit. You stay in Canada, right? You have every school in the country. Who are you picking? Where are you going for college?
Give us a minute. Give us a minute so we can say it. Well, we
Oh, you guys are gonna get answers.
Yeah. So we like to put money on this.
We're gonna give each other answers and then.
I feel like you different. You're not a typical guy, so I'm going with some hot takes this morning. Steven Little.
Where am I going in Canada?
No. You have to go to somewhere in the NCAA.
Oh, NC. Okay. Okay.
We're good to go when you're ready.
Let him take his time, Steven. Let him take his time.
Okay. But you know, when it comes to these types of questions, you got to go with your personality. You know, are you a hype guy, or are you a reserve guy? If you're a hype guy, you're going to Kentucky Duke, UNC. I don't think I'm a hype guy like that,
So where would you go?
I don't think I'm a hype guy like that.
If you get this, Steven, oh my God. No pressure.
I'm thinking like I can give options.
There's one answer.
No, just one.
Damn, guys.
You can't go to multiple. We would all do that if we could. One
You
week
got
I'm in Kentucky.
3 options.
Say that again?
Give me 3 options.
No, we're not going to be able to give you any options.
No, like give me 3 choices. I want to make 3 choices.
Okay, tell us your 3 choices. If it's one of our 2, then you have to condense it. So give us the 3 choices that you have, and then
we're gonna go to Arizona State. We'll go to Fresno.
Yo, let's go to the West Coast, man.
Nah, but I gotta go to where my dogs have been, you know? Shout out to Tweety and E-Man. They went to those 2 schools. And we'll go to like a Weber, bro.
Weber State?
Basic stuff, man.
I like that. I like that.
What are your choices? Let's hear it.
Well, our choices were, mine was UConn.
Wow.
Steven had UNC.
Yeah, I had UNC.
So, Steven, you think I'm hyped like that, bro?
I think you're Hollywood still. I think you're Hollywood.
Oh.
So, for the sake of this, we're going to put you at Arizona State. You are a Sun Devil, right? You do your time. Pac-12 freshman of the year, first team, you know, doing what you got to do, double-digit score. They love you over there. You are now on the lottery board, and you know how this works. You can't pick where you want to go in the NBA, but you can definitely verbally dictate, you know, I like this facility, I don't like this facility. You know, you're in the lottery. Where are you going?
Location or number?
Say that again?
Location or number?
What do you mean by number?
Number in terms of if I'm in the lottery, what number where am I going?
We never got that question before. But you're one of the top 14 guys. Right? Was it 16? I think it's 14.
14.
Yeah.
You gotta come rock with the raps, you know? Come get a ring.
Oh,
I'm going to wherever Bron is.
Where?
Wherever Bron is.
Oh, so I'm right regardless.
Oh, so Miami.
Wherever Bron is where I'm going.
All right.
So you're in LA or you're in Toronto? Where are you going?
Don't do that, Steven. Don't do that.
No, because he gave 2 answers. What do you mean?
No, he said wherever LeBron is.
No,
he said wherever LeBron is.
First he said Toronto. Then he said wherever
LeBron is. Did you say Toronto?
I said Toronto first.
Thank you.
I said Toronto first.
You locked it with what? What are you locking it with?
Come on, guys. You gotta respect. Steven doesn't respect it, man. Steven, why don't you?
But that's not the answer. That's not the question. That's not the thing. You say wherever LeBron is.
Steven, why don't you like him?
We're not getting into that. We're not getting into that right now. But
no, but I want to know for myself.
How can
what's
you
going
hate
on?
on
What did this guy do to you?
We'll talk about that after the show.
He's 36, man. He's 36.
He's what?
He's 36.
Yeah, he's 36, but I can figure out 36 reasons why I don't like him. But that's a whole other story for another day.
So you're in LA. You're staying on the West Coast. We understand that you went to college on the West Coast, so we understand why you want to stay over there, right? You're the Lakers. Now, this is going to be an interesting scenario, right? You did your 4 years. You're done your rookie contract. You are the franchise player in this perfect world. Now, this is great because LA is okay with taxes, and you have the luxury of getting 2 stars over to your team after your rookie contract because you have enough money to do so. Here are the rules. Right? Your first player has to be either a rookie or sophomore, so their first or second year in the league. Your second player can be anybody after that their second year, so third and up, right? Who are those 2 players? You are on this squad, so 2 players that complement your game. Give me a second here, or that you would like to play with. Don't necessarily have to complement your game, but who you like to play with.
Your players are the first and second year players we have now.
Say that again?
These first and second year players I'm going to pick are the ones we have now?
Yes, the other currently in the league.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then anybody else? Okay.
Yeah, you're right, Steven. I can't change that one. No, I want to hot take it, but
So for damn guys,
that's a tough one. This tough. This is because I don't know who I'll pick either. This is a tough one.
we're gonna go with Ja.
Damn.
Oh wow! I was actually about to change my answer.
Okay.
Okay. So
And
you're
80.
Wow.
Oh, we were way off.
Wow, we were way off.
We were way off.
Because
Well,
you're saying compliments my game.
Yeah.
I'm a 2-3, so I'm gonna need a point, and I'm gonna need a big.
Mm-hmm. No, I like that. Yeah.
We're not going to change your answer, but we actually picked LaMelo and LeBron. We thought LaMelo would be good with you because the way he throws lobs and flashiness and stuff like that, for you to be able to go catch lobs, I thought that would be good for you. And obviously, just LeBron, your favorite player.
But Ja's different.
Ja's different.
Ja's different.
Ja's really different.
Ja's different. I was gonna change my answer afterwards to Luka and Zion. I thought Luka would be good with you too, and Zion you could just throw lobs to.
Facts.
Steven, since we're here, who would you put on your team?
Me?
Yeah, we've
Because
never
you shoot.
We've
So
never done this on the show.
You need somebody to get you the ball.
Give me a Chris Paul. Give me a Chris Paul that could find me. And then I'll go with an AD as well. They can kick out to from a double team.
No.
Nah, but you need to pick up first or second year player.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So who you keeping, AD or CP?
Jokic is year 3.
Who?
Like Jokic is like year 5.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's harder than you think.
Just give me
it's very hard.
Any two guys that could kick out of a double team or get off a pick and roll. So again, it could be Ja's actually not too. I mean, you know what? I'll go with LaMelo because LaMelo could definitely find me. You know, he gets in the lane, slip his way through, go to LaMelo, find me in the corner for a shot, and I'll probably go with Luka. Just have both guards that can really find me. To be honest with you, two guys that can find me.
Those guys are never gonna play together. I got definitely LaMelo, just the way I play, and then my hot take would definitely be like I love Trae Young, so or Damian Lillard. I like firepower.
How do you play?
So I knock down the tray ball, play defense like a B word, and and just a slasher. So like I'm really good at that.
So 3D.
Yeah, 3D. You want to keep it simple. You want to keep it simple. You can do 3D. But I like to I'm one of those guys that you could, like Nabil, just put on a team. You need me to slash. You need me to shoot, I'll shoot the heck out of it. I'm more of a shooter now. Lost some of my bounce now, but yeah. So
but Devontae is your company's name. 3DP. His first name's Paul, middle name's Devontae. 3D guy. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel that. You come work for me, bro. Come work for me. It works.
I feel like
that's who I'll go with. That's who I'll go with.
To end off the show, Felix, we always ask our guests this one last question. We want to know who is somebody that you would like to hear from on Talk Your Exposure. But here's the kicker, though. You got to help us get them on the show. And excluding Toben guys. We have all our Toben guys lined up. And
you guys talked to Tweety yet?
Who?
And Tweet?
No. That would, you know what?
You guys be doing ball stuff. You didn't talk to Tweety?
Not yet.
What's wrong, you guys?
That's why we have you. That's why we have you here to put us on.
Antwi's a Humberline legend, bro. That's the Humberland LeBron. Let's get him on.
He played with James Harden in Arizona.
That's a dangerous guy right there.
Yes, he is. He's doing a lot of good things right now. That'd be good to have on the show.
We'll make that happen, guys.
Say less. Hey, Felix, where can we find you on social media?
You guys already know D3P Sports on Instagram, D3P Felix on Instagram. Check out our Facebook page, D3P Sports, and our website, www.d3psports.com. Bring your kids, bring anybody. We have something for everybody. Holla at me, guys. Let's have some fun.
Make sure you guys go check out D3P. Go have some fun with them. I see them do a lot of good things myself. So wow, why have I started at the end? But I'm actually pretty happy that you're able to get that going because, like you said earlier, Felix, I am someone that knows what you do and who you've been working with as well. So it's good to see that you're doing this with kids as well. This is another edition of Talk Your Exposure / the Toben Podcast. We appreciate your time, Felix. To everybody that's listening to this show, make sure you guys go subscribe to our page on Instagram or follow our page on Instagram at Talk Your Exposure. Subscribe to our page on YouTube under RWI Basketball. Follow us or subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, wherever you find your podcast on Talk Your Exposure. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe or notification button to make sure you never miss another show. And if you're really feeling the show, subscribe, donate, give a bit of a donation. Help us out. Help us find a way that we can get a media content team going on. If you're listening to the show, we hope to have your support. Felix, one more time, man, we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today. You had a lot of good stuff to talk about. We definitely know you're a legend in many different ways possible, and we look forward to seeing you back on the basketball court one way or another. Hopefully, hot take, at the next Who Wants to Smoke tournament.
When is that?
We'll definitely let you know, but what we
I'm gonna start doing my squats and my stretches from now. Man. You guys don't want that smoke, man. Telling you.
We
I feel like you want to come for me, but you don't know the game yet.
But one more time,
Felix, jump out of your socks, my guy. Just stay down. That's all,
One more time, Felix. Man, we appreciate your time, and
for sure.
See you back on the course too.
Love.